Alright, welcome back to another episode of Project Resurrection. Today we're going to be laying down some epoxy on this. I've got some slow cure epoxy, that way it gives it more time to soak into the wood. I have already done this side, and this is one that y'all haven't seen me cut or put in yet. The other one is over there, which I'll move that over here whenever it comes time. So in this video we're going to be installing these, taking thickened epoxy, the 610 from West Marine, and putting that along the edges and securing those in place. We're also going to be cutting out the that box thing that's secured to the hull, and we'll be cutting out that one section that's in the quarter berth. Other than that, there's not too much else that I can do after that, except for building the templates for this stuff here, for where the compartments are going to be, and if everything runs smoothly, maybe we can start installing the actual floor on top, but I think that's just going to be kind of a dry fit type thing. I don't want to fully install the floor until I get all the conduit and stuff underneath that floor in place for stuff like, you know, plumbing and wires and stuff like that, because there's going to be a lot of electronics on this boat, so need to make sure we've got all that. So I'm going to mix up some epoxy, and I know the garage is a mess. That's okay, we don't care. So what I'm going to be using is a 105 West Systems and the 206 slow hardener. I definitely recommend, if you're trying to get some epoxy to soak in the wood, always use slow hardener. It gives it a lot more time to actually soak. These are what I use for mixing sticks. This used to be one full stick. They're stupid cheap at Lowe's. They're I think they're the dowels or something like that, but they're stupid cheap, and I just break them in half. You use them as a stir stick. It's a lot easier than trying to find the actual stir sticks, because 90% of the time they're out of them. I know what y'all are gonna say, smoking's bad for you, but I don't plan on being on this earth any longer than I have to be, so yeah. Alright, so now we're gonna let this soak in for a little while. It takes between like 4 and 6 hours to cure, so probably either be Wednesday or Thursday when I'm able to put these in the boat. Today's Tuesday, I believe. Pretty sure it's Tuesday. Little tip, and this is just regular old chip brush. I mean, when you're just laying down epoxy and you don't need it to be like super smooth, this does just fine. But any paintbrush that you use, if you use these little plastic containers here, and you take the brush and you stick it down in the bottom where there's still a little bit of epoxy, and you let that brush cure inside there, then you can just pull the whole thing out, like all the epoxy comes out with it, and you're pretty much left with a brand new container. So, I mean, I've had containers like this that I've reused, I don't know, probably 15, 20 times. So, I mean, it saves you a lot of money. Other than that, I guess we're gonna go hop up on the boat now. And we'll go ahead and start cutting out that square box doohickey thingy that a transducer was in. I have no idea how that even worked. I mean, I'm sure it's a pretty good idea. It's one less hole in the boat, but I don't know how it works, so I'm probably not gonna go back with it. So yeah, now we'll hop up to the boat. All right, before we get started cutting away and everything, I wanted to show y'all a discovery. So the roof, for the most part, looks pretty good. But there was one spot right here that I cut out with my multi-tool, cause it was rotten. It was pretty bad. So that has been cut out. I'm going to use some thickened epoxy with some, I don't know, probably 1/4 inch something or another, and I'm gonna put it up there in place. And then once that's put in, which I still have this final cut here to make, I gotta go across, that way I can avoid all of this here, that way it's a lot easier to fare out. And then I'm probably gonna put a layer of biaxial up there. I know that's complete overkill, but with how this deck slopes, I think I'm gonna need to do that. And I'm also gonna do it over here, which when I go to peel this skin back, I promise I'm gonna video that one for you, because it's oddly satisfying. Like when it comes off, it's pretty cool. But on the other side of that, it kind of tells me how dry this layup was on the cabin top. So yeah, and I did confirm that these little crack looking things here, it's literally just this single like layer, like it comes right off. Like there was one that came right here and, you know, out this way and yada yada, but it's not actual cracks, which is good. I think it was cracks that was in the fiberglass itself, like for instance right here, and it just kind of allowed some, you know, mold or whatever that stuff is to grow in that cap. But anyways, hopefully my battery's charged up for my multi-tool, and if not, well, I guess I'll be charging it. But either way, that thing is coming out today, so go ahead and set up the camera and we'll get that knocked out. Well, I guess I'm gonna be charging a battery. Alright, so luckily I had 2 batteries that were fully charged, so we can continue on. Let's make that one battery that's fully charged and one no longer in service. Rest in peace.
All right, well, that's officially out of there. That's officially out of there, kind of. I'm gonna grind down the edges there, but we'll do that another time when I'll probably use that as filler. Well, not really filler, but I'll do that, I guess, off camera. That way y'all don't have to see more grinding. So next step is cleaning up this here, wiping it all down with acetone. And then we'll take our 610, line it along the edges here, well, probably on the boards itself. And then we'll stick it down, let her cure, do a fillet along the joints. That way it's got a nice smooth radius for glassing too. And yeah, and this guy here has decided he's gonna build himself a nest right there. So, I don't know. As long as he doesn't sting me, I'll let him live, but he starts coming after me and we're gonna have a problem. So, anyways, yep, that's gonna be about it for right now. But we'll come back and acetone this probably tomorrow, and then on my day off, we'll go ahead and lay down some fiberglass, so, yeah. All right, we are back once again for a really fun, exciting day. I say that with so much sarcasm because we're sanding today. It's not gonna be too terrible. We just got 2 pieces we gotta sand, so I'm gonna use a good old trusty Black & Decker like we did last time. Gonna be using some 60 grit sandpaper. Nothing too crazy. Just gonna knock down some of these drip thingy majiggers that have cured and now made my life a living hell. But after that, we will be using some 610 epoxy and yeah, setting these things in place finally after we clean up the area and wipe it down with some acetone because we don't want dust where our critical bond is going to be. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. All right. So hopefully this is my extension cord. That is not my extension cord. There's my extension cord. All right. All right, now what we're gonna do is take this and we're gonna hand sand along these edges here. That way we can knock down some of these high spots and make sure we get a good bond with the 610. Just kidding. We're gonna use a sander. That's gonna take way too long. Good enough. All right, acetone, dirty rag. Yeah. Douse. Oh, that went everywhere. Now on this one, the only one we have to get is this in here and over here, because the sides, those don't matter because the water tank's gonna be there, so that won't be bonded to the hull. Just this bottom part will be. Now, I can't remember which side I've already wiped down. So I've got a 50-50 shot at this, so I'm gonna say that this is the side. Yeah, this is definitely the side I haven't done. Okay. Gotta love that short-term memory loss. It's so much fun. Everything you do is exciting because you either do it twice and don't remember, or you don't do it at all. All right, that's done. Well, let's. I'm sure that looked super quick on camera, sanding all this down and wiping it down. Let's just take a gander and see how long it actually took. 30 minutes. That's not too bad. I can live with 30 minutes. But I got this dirty in 30 minutes, if that tells you anything. It's crazy. Of course, I'm not using a vacuum or, you know, anything that a smart person would. So, to be expected. Let's go to the boat. Alright, we're back on the boat. I have a knife for cutting the tip off of the 610 epoxy tube. Got a caulk gun because, you know, we need one of those. I'm just gonna wipe down this area with some acetone real quick. So this is a 610 West Systems. I love this stuff. It's amazing. Only downside is it is a pain in the butt to get out of the tube, even with a caulk gun. About my only complaint about it. It's got a little mixing tip in there because this is a two-part thing, but the tip makes it to where it'll kind of mix it for you. Always save the cap in the other piece, that way you can, you know, if you don't use the whole tube, you can stick the thing on there and put the cap back on and use it again, because this stuff is not cheap. They do sell the little tubes, or not tubes, but the tips. They sell the tips at West Marine too, so, or you can order them online. Goodness gracious. smart man would have brought, you know, a popsicle stick or something round to make a nice little fillet with. But looks like today we're using our finger. Well, that's one end. I think I'm gonna end up fiberglassing this back down to the stringer somehow, because I don't like how it just kind of free floating there. Or I'll just inject some epoxy under it, I don't know yet. So surprisingly enough, I think we're out of 610, which shouldn't be. I don't know. Sure seems that way. Anyways, guess we'll move on to the next one. And I think I'm gonna have to grab another tube of 610 before I do that, because I'm pretty sure this is empty. But I'll at least wipe down that area first, and then go get the 610. So I don't know how the best way is going to be about doing this. I think just kind of yeah, that's good enough. Y'all kind of get the idea. I guess I should have sanded the top of this. Let's see if my very small amount of battery life can give this. Don't you die on me, you bastard. I love it. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go grab some 610. Alright, so there's a very large possibility that the camera is about to die, so I'm gonna try to get this done as quickly as possible. That is seriously some difficult stuff to get out of the tube. They need to do something about their tip or their formula. It's been like that ever since I've used that stuff. Man, all right. The old flipperoo. Hopefully get the orientation correct the first time. Special we need to really do. I would certainly use this piece of cardboard. There we go. Alright, it's all pretty much sitting about where I want it, so I'll call that good. So we're gonna let this cure. That way it's set in place, everything's all good. And I'm gonna come back in here when I buy the Milwaukee electric caulk gun. That way it doesn't take me forever to actually apply this stuff. And I'll come back in and fill some of these gaps that are in here. And once those are filled and there's a good filling on there, we'll go ahead and start laying down some fiberglass. I'd really like to get my hands on some biaxial before I start fiberglassing. I don't want to use like just regular cloth. Although I'm sure it would be fine, but I'm pretty much adding a stringer right here that wasn't here before. So I'd like to make sure it's got enough strength. Other than that, the only other thing that I could really do is pull down the that piece of ceiling, but I think I'll save that for another video because that's going to be a whole another project in itself. So we'll do that when we fix the piece of coring that's right there. So yeah, I might get the caulk gun tomorrow. I don't know. If I don't, then I'll go ahead and release this video tomorrow. If I do, there'll be a little bit more to this video. Literally right after this scene, I guess it would be. Yeah. Man, I gotta get used to this whole video thing. But yeah, we're at a stopping point. I hope it doesn't rain because it looks like it wants to rain. And on that note, I should probably move some of my more expensive tools to the V-berth. And yeah, let's see if we get a caulk gun tomorrow or not. Alright, today we get to welcome a new member to the family, the Milwaukee caulk gun. The ultimate sign and form of laziness is right here. got this special little dial that I like that kind of controls how fast it goes and everything. Yeah, it takes the M18 batteries, so we got a fully charged one here. So I guess we'll go ahead and start laying down some thickened epoxy the easy way. Super excited about this. I guess I have to kind of tilt the camera down, don't I? Yeah. All right. There we go.
Oh, that's so nice.
Definitely need to slow down a bit. Alright, so we definitely need to like put tape down or something for filling the bigger gaps. But I guess we can at least do these other ones. Well, this thing was certainly worth it. I got the M18 version versus the M12 version, specifically because this stuff is such a pain in the butt to get out of the tube, and it's not like your average caulk. So I went with the more powerful version for this. You could probably go with the cheaper version and get the M12, which I personally don't think would hold up very long trying to get this stuff out. This one here I think was like $230 or something like that. I'm sure you could probably find it cheaper on Amazon. But yeah, I'm a very big fan of it, and I hope that it proves to be worth it. But so far, I can certainly say it was very worth it. I'm going to smooth out all the 610 that I just laid down, and that'll pretty much be it. So next video, I don't have a clue what I'm going to be doing next. I never have a clue what I'm doing next, but if I had to guess, it would be this lovely thing. I don't know though, just because I don't have the money to get the biaxial that I need yet. So that may hold off. I might start working on this bulkhead because I do have the plywood to do it, but I would like to get this floor down first. And in order to do that, I've got to get some 1/2-inch marine grade plywood. So yeah, so hopefully tomorrow I can go grab some of the 1/2-inch plywood, and we'll be ready to go next week to go ahead and start putting down floor and, you know, all that fun stuff. That's going to be pretty exciting because as soon as the floor goes in, that means we can start building the kitchen and the dining room back up, and we can get this dang bulkhead taken care of. But of course, we have the windows we need to be concerned about as well, because why go putting all that brand new wood in here if the boat still has giant gaping holes in it? So yeah, this stuff has to kind of be done strategically, and I guess what I'll do for the rest of the week is work on trying to find somebody who can replace the glass for the windows. And if I can't, I mean, worst case scenario, then I'll just put the old ones back in temporarily until I can, you know, find someone or somewhere that can do it, because Mark's Plastics used to be the guy to go to do all the Cal windows. He was very specific for Cal boats. He was one of the companies that was building the windows for Cal whenever, you know, they were making all these boats. But unfortunately, he's no longer in business from what I've heard. And yeah, so that's a big bummer. He's actually the one that did the ones on my Cal 34. That's the only reason that I have new windows for the Cal 34 is because he did those. So hopefully I can find a glass person around here somewhere. And I don't know if I want to go back with safety glass or if I want to do something like bulletproof glass, like, you know, something that's going to be stupid strong, completely unnecessary, just absolute overkill. Because I mean, that's kind of the goal we're going with for this boat. This isn't just a make it function type thing. This is this boat's going to outlive me type thing. So I only want to rebuild this dang thing once. So with that being said, I hope y'all have a great week. I'm going to be probably releasing videos every 2 weeks just so that there's more content per video. I've noticed my views have started kind of falling off here lately, and I think that's because I'm doing more talking than doing in my videos. So hopefully this episode, we got a decent amount of progress done. So hopefully that'll help restore y'all's faith in me. But I promise this boat's gonna get done eventually. It's just between work and trying to work around other things. Man, it is tough, but I'm doing my best. And on that note, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any, I guess, what's the word for it? Yep, I'm gonna buffer here a second. Recommendations, that's the word I'm looking for. Jesus. If you got any recommendations or tips or anything like that on, you know, doing any of this fiberglass work, or for instance, our upcoming project, which is gonna be building a fiberglass fuel tank, because I have found that I can actually do that. I just have to use a special coating. So, obviously we're nowhere near building that fuel tank yet, so please don't expect that to be done in the next video. That's going to be a very expensive one, and not ready for that just yet. So yeah, anyways, if you like the video, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to enjoy the rest of this day, which is actually halfway decent. See y'all next time.